other thing that I'm very excited about is our next guest, because he's our Creative of the Week. Can you introduce him, Janet?
We have Greg Johnson on the telephone with us. Welcome, Greg. Thank you very much for calling in.
Hi, guys. Thank you very much for having me.
Hey, Greg. Nice to meet you.
I know that we have limited time with you, so we won't keep you. But wow, for such a young person, you've led such a life.
Yeah. Sometimes it's fun.
It's fun. We really. The top thing here is congratulations, number one, for Creative of the Week. I hope you're wearing our T-shirt and drinking coffee out of our mug. And another thing that I wanted to point out and have you just sort of elaborate on is, number one, what you've done in your career, how you've gone from advertising, fallen in love with the whole interactivity and the internet, and really made a living and a huge mark in that world of promotion and branding and that kind of stuff. Why don't you elaborate a little bit about who you are and what you do?
That'd be great. I've actually had a really fun career. I started out, I kind of stumbled on the interactive stuff actually back in my early 90s, before it was called multimedia. I was kind of in love with computers. I was a designer, and I was on an airplane one day, and I talked to a guy who was lugging around a ton of projectors and stuff. And I said, I bet you, doing presentations, I said, I bet you could shove all that stuff into a computer, and he challenged me to do it. So I built a multimedia presentation that controlled laser discs back in, it was like 1991.
Oh, I remember laser discs. They were big and huge.
A long time ago.
Right.
And from there, I've been in, I've done a lot of advertising agency stuff, and I did the agency thing for like 15 years or something like that. Most recently, I was at McCann World Group and Interpublic. But I really decided that I wanted to try something completely different, so I went into the video gaming space. And it's really, really exciting. Really fun. I'm taking all that I've learned to that.
That's a huge transition from the advertising world to the gaming world. What night and day. What pushed you over into the gaming world?
Well, part of it is I've always been an avid gamer myself. I love the interactivity of games. I really believe in the internet for me and video games. It's all kind of a mixed thing where it's about participation, and I get to do things, I get to choose things, I'm in control of my world. And video games are somewhat the same. And video games more recently have really been merging with the internet. They're all going online, so you're playing a lot more of the games online, so there's a lot more social aspects to it. And I really think that that means it's going to be really important to marketers. So I think that my marketing experience is going to be great, because I think brands and marketers are going to be playing in the video game space a lot more than they ever have in the past. So I think it's just a really huge new creative opportunity in an area that I felt like I could bring a lot to. That's also a lot of fun.
And what unique things, as far as branding and bringing the online presence and everything like that up into people's view, you tell us a little bit about your gaming leagues and what's interesting about that.
Sure. What's cool about GGL, which is the company I work for, is essentially it's a social network for video gamers. So it's like MySpace. But I view MySpace, okay, it's a great place to hang out with your friends and sort of declare who you are. Video gaming adds another dimension to that, because it's all about competition and play. There's a lot of cool functionality you can do. So we're building the world's largest platform for social networking for video gamers. And as a result of that, people spend 20 minutes on the site. They're doing all kinds of cool stuff. They come back a lot. They kind of manage their whole gaming lives on our site. And then what that does for marketers is it gives them this amazingly engaged person. It's not someone that's just going to go and consume 2 pages of a game review. They're staying there for a long time, looking at a lot of content and doing a lot of different things. And that gives marketers a really cool platform to connect with them.
Well, you explain it at ESPN meets MySpace. That seems like a huge and awesome responsibility. How do you keep up with it daily, minute?
Yeah.
It's a great question, and it's one of those things that people always ask me is how do you ever know what's happening? And I guess for me, it's really I'm a voracious reader, and I have to consume everything I can. I subscribe to every blog and daily marketing newsletter that's out there, and I play games constantly, and I guess I just don't sleep a lot. But at the end of the day, I think it's about passion. If you love what you do and you just absorb as much as you can, I think it's all fun, and it's stayed fun for me for a long time.
Okay, I'd ask you a question now. You built this gaming community. How do you make money off of that? I mean, I know that you have some marketing agreements with some pretty high-profile organizations out there, but how do you do that?
Well, the cool thing about it is kind of one half media property. So people can buy, traditional banner advertising on us, and we reach a very specific demographic, 18 to 34-year-old male.
Right.
With a lot of disposable income, early adopter technology-wise. They're really desirable to reach. So there's a lot of technology companies that are trying to reach them. There are a lot of regular brands, things like Coca-Cola.
Right.
The U.S. Army, we do a lot of work with them. There's a large number of brands that really find our audience very useful. So there's that side of it. But also what we do is we build custom community group pages for brands where they can conduct and engage their own gaming activities. A lot of that makes sense if you're a game publisher. So if you're launching a new title, we'll put up a title for you and do something with you, and we'll create a whole tournament around that. But for other people like Coca-Cola, we actually run a huge tournament in China every year for them with about 50,000 kids who all play this tournament. And for Coca-Cola, that's exactly reaching their target market. It makes a ton of sense for them. So they pay us to run that kind of tournament.
I nosed around on your site today, and there were a lot of sport games. There was a lot of airplane games on there. What can a woman from the age between 18 and 34 do on your community site?
Demographic.
It's actually surprising. 20-30% of our traffic now is women. Women play a lot of the same games.
Yeah, are they there meeting guys?
Are they beating guys? They beat guys all the time. Is that what you guys know?
What's your favorite game? Surely you obviously have a passion for video games. So what's yours?
I do. I love a couple of different genres, but for me, I really love racing games. So right now, I'm big on Forza 2, which is a great, very realistic car racing sim. But I play a lot of strategy games like Warcraft 3. I just started playing the beta Pirates of the Burning Sea, which is a massive multiplayer online game where you get to be a pirate and manage your own ships and fleet of ships in the Caribbean, and it's a persistent virtual world, so you can go and get land and rob people, and it's really fun.
Oh, good. That's nice.
How do you have time to play the games and still be in charge of such
he doesn't sleep.
Huge site?
Yeah, it's a midnight to 2 a.m. kind of activity, a couple nights a week, but you really can't be in this kind of business if you don't play. You have to get your hands dirty and do it.
I would say you have to have children that also love to play video games.
Yeah, so I have 2 boys, and I always am torn between trying to be a responsible parent and really just sitting there for 6 hours a day when I'm with the kids, just playing the whole day. So I go back and forth a little bit on that, but they love playing games, and I'm amazed at how skillful,
how good they are,
what age they are.
Hey, Greg, you know what? We really appreciate you being on the show with us this evening and sharing your experience and what's going on out in the world of your virtual world and your reality. People call it the virtual world, but it's your reality, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It's all fun stuff, and it's only going to get a lot more fun. This is a great time and place.
Technology's only going to make your job much more exciting and much more fun, so you hang on for the ride, right?
Yeah, that's right. Change is good.
Well,
yes, it is, Greg.
We don't
want
to lose you in the tunnel, so thank you very much for calling in, and I want to talk to you again soon. This was a great conversation.
Pleasure, guys. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Have a great evening. Thanks.